Welcome to This Week in Adventist History. On December 27, 1885, William Healy and his wife Clara disembarked in Honolulu, Hawaii, then an independent kingdom. You see William and Clara here in this photograph. They had been sent by the General Conference after two colporteurs, Abram LaRue and Henry Scott, had stirred up interest in Hawaii with their sales of Adventist literature starting in 1884. On January 1885, less than 3 weeks after William and Clara arrived, William started his first evangelistic campaign in a 50-foot tent. You see the tent here in this photograph, with William and Clara at the front, along with Abram LaRue, who is in the broad-brimmed hat. By May, Healy had founded a company of 9 baptized Seventh-day Adventists. On December 28, in 1973, a group of 50 Adventist historians met in San Francisco and founded the Association of Seventh-day Adventist Historians. The scholars were in San Francisco for the annual conference of the American Historical Association, or AHA. But 12 months earlier, at the 1972 AHA conference, a smaller group of 16 Adventists had agreed in principle to found a Society of Adventist Historians. The result was the meeting in 1973, which elected Don McAdams president and Delmer Ross secretary. The Association of Seventh-day Adventist Historians met annually for a decade or so, then became moribund, then was refounded, and since 1995 has held a conference every 3 years. Most recently, it met in April 2023, earlier this year, at Southern Adventist University. On December 29, 1886, in the city of Auckland, New Zealand, a young American Adventist missionary, Arthur G. Daniels, who you see here, began the first public evangelistic Adventist series in the island country. By May 1887, a Sabbath school of 78 members had been organized, and in October, 67 church members were organized in Auckland, just the second Adventist local church in New Zealand. The members soon constructed the first Adventist church building in the country, the first to be built in the Southern Hemisphere for use as a Seventh-day Adventist church. And 2 years and 361 days later, on December 25, Christmas Day 1889, a new Seventh-day Adventist church building was dedicated in the town of Napier, New Zealand. This was one outcome of an evangelistic series conducted in Napier by Arthur Daniels, working with Robert Hare, the first New Zealander ordained as an Adventist minister. Hare and Daniels began their series in a big tent on October 29, 1888. The end result was that a church of 28 members was established, who dedicated their building on Christmas Day, 1889. That was This Week in Seventh-day Adventist History.